Alright, what's going on, guys? Try back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a sort of comparison video. I wanted to give my thoughts now that the second season of Better Call Saul has finished, and I want to compare both series, Breaking Bad to Better Call Saul, giving my thoughts on which one I think is better. I think the answer for this one is pretty obvious. If you've been a follower of the channel, if you've watched some of my reviews, I did review Breaking Bad back when it was on kind of live, so I got to see kind of people's reactions and people's responses to Breaking Bad, at the very least in the comments, and sometimes a few random people here on YouTube will throw up reviews, including myself. I reviewed pretty much every episode from the time I heard about it and started checking it out, which is around season 4, around when season 4 started. People kept recommending the series to me. I checked it out, and within like 3 days I had watched every episode and absolutely loved it. Watched it second time over. And, by the time the finale came through, I think season 5 made it one of the best series on television of all time, for sure, for me. And it's still in my top 5 of best series ever, pretty much. I mean, now, it went 5 seasons, which was 62 episodes, okay? And each season's episode number was a little bit different. With Better Call Saul, we get 10 episodes per season, and it's pretty strong all the way throughout. Second season, a little bit weak in the middle, but finished off really strong. Beginning of the season was also, it was okay. First season was, I think, really strong all throughout, maybe stronger than the second season if you compare of Better Call Saul. So Breaking Bad first season had 7 episodes, second season had 13, third season had 13, then they went with 13 until the 5th, which had 16, but they broke it in half and they did a part 1 one summer. Next summer they did part 2. So it's almost like Breaking Bad had 6 seasons, if you want to look at it as 8 and 8 for the second second half, as they delayed it for a year, which normally I would be totally against, but Breaking Bad was so good that it was okay that they only did that many episodes, because season 5 is, I mean, just an absolute masterpiece, I want to say, especially the way they finished the series off. And I think one of its strengths for Breaking Bad is that they actually decided that they were going to have this many seasons. This is what they were going to do. They weren't going to keep the show going forever. They were going to set it at a limit, and they were going to wrap it up in just incredible fashion. Somebody asked me even to do a throwback review of Ozymandias, which is episode 14 from season 5, which is one of the best episodes of a series ever. Dean Norris's episode, Hank. So man, incredible. As well as Felina as well too. Is the actual finale of the series is one of the best episodes ever, for sure. So yeah, but I still wanted to do this video because I wanted to kind of compare both series and kind of the feels that both series have, and kind of give my opinions on why I feel like obviously Breaking Bad is the better. Better Call Saul is a lot of fun for what it is, but of course you're looking at, and it depends too, this is subjective on who the viewer is. Some people really like comedy, and if you do, I can see you make a case for Better Call Saul to be a better series than Breaking Bad. But Breaking Bad did start off really funny in the beginning, especially the first season, second season. And then it kind of transforms into, it's still got the comedy, it's still got kind of the black comedy, and you have Saul there as well too, of course, so he adds to it, as well as all the other characters and everything too, which is really funny, and just kind of the craziness of the things that happen with Walter White and Jesse Pinkman. A lot of fun. So it gets very serious, I want to say, at around season 3 or so. Of course, when Gus Fring comes into the picture around that time, it starts to get a lot more serious. There starts to be a lot more of a sense of danger, even though it's there throughout as well. With Bryan Cranston with Walter White as the lead in Breaking Bad, it takes more of, it turns from like kind of like a black comedy, and it gets a lot more serious with still some comedy mixed in, but a lot more into kind of a more epic story, I want to say, of his idea to create empire business, so to speak, and just kind of the drug wars back and forth and all the different things that happen, and Jack turning into the villain at the end, and Gus and everything. Man, what an incredible journey and an incredible show. I'm really happy that they decided, let's just end it at season 5. We'll do the split season, and we'll make it one of the best seasons of a series of all time. And the ratings, the viewers in U.S. the series ended with Felina at 10 million views compared to when the series started. It was only at like 1 million in its first season. So that shows you quality right there of how many people really wanted to see the finale of it, and were really into it at the end. Better Call Saul was kind of the opposite. It started off really strong because, of course, it's a spin-off of Breaking Bad, or maybe not a spin-off, but like a prequel. But then as it's gone, it's kind of dwindled a little bit, which sometimes happens depending on, on quality and things like that, and how many people are really getting into the show. So the shows do have quite a bit of a different feel, with Breaking Bad being a lot more serious, a lot more, focused on a more serious character who has a death sentence, so to speak. Whereas with Better Call Saul, you get kind of the more fun, comedic, silly craziness that is Jimmy McGill, or is Bob Odenkirk's character, Saul. So between the two, I think it's pretty easy to say that Breaking Bad is definitely the one, I think, that is most memorable and is the better series. Even at Better Call Saul's peak, at its highest moments, it still is kind of dealing with a different type of story, where you have characters not being killed off. You're not having drug wars. You don't have this kind of intensity. You don't have this kind of backstabbing and things like. You have a little bit, but it's mostly to do with Chuck at this time, and Jimmy, and kind of Howard and Kim, and how this all goes together. It's more focused on his career in that, which is what the story has to be because of where it is. But with Walter White's story, it's I feel like it's so much more than that, so much more personal than that, and it's not just about his career, but it's also about kind of some inner exploration of who he is as a character, as a person, and why he makes the decisions he does, how it affects and impacts his family. It's just a lot more closer to home, and it's a lot more impactful, and it's darker too, which you guys know I kind of like darker shows as well, because I just find them to be so interesting and so engaging. So for me, I think Breaking Bad, no matter how many seasons Better Call Saul goes, it's been confirmed for season 3. If it goes into seasons, 4, 5, 6, if it even got more seasons than Breaking Bad, which would be really weird, still, no matter how many episodes it gets, I want to say that I think pretty much no matter what they do with it, I have a hard time seeing it becoming better than Breaking Bad. Also because the sense of danger for Jimmy, for Saul, isn't there as much, because we know that he's going to survive all this, and then maybe we'll get to see something of him in the future, and then you can have like a character death or that kind of thing. So you get that sense of danger again, but it's not there right now because we know that he's going to survive this. We know Mike's going to survive this. And Breaking Bad, I guess, would serve as kind of the pinnacle, or the climax of this overall story, of course, created by Vince Gilligan and Peter Gould. So that's kind of my thoughts on it. I want to do a comparison anyway, even though I think the answer is kind of obvious, just to kind of get my thoughts out there and see what you guys think and how you're feeling about Better Call Saul. I'm definitely not disappointed with Better Call Saul. I love it too, and I really enjoy it, and it's one of my favorite shows to watch, and I've done reviews for it and that as well. I really like the finales, and some of the comedy they mix in is really great and really fun, and it's definitely executed masterfully, just like Breaking Bad is. But it just, I guess, the type of show it is, the type of story that it is. For me, Breaking Bad will go down always as one of the best shows ever made. And it shouldn't work by any stretch of the imagination. You have a high school teacher, chemistry teacher, who basically has a death sentence and decides to cook crystal meth and sell crystal meth. That's the premise of Breaking Bad. It shouldn't work at all, but it's executed so masterfully that it's one of the most engaging shows I've ever seen, and one that has incredible replay value. So if you guys are fans of Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, I hope you like this video. If you did, please thumb it up below. Rate your comments below on what you guys think, and how you're feeling. If you're watching Better Call Saul and you watch Breaking Bad, write in the comments below how you think about both shows and which show you think is better. Is there anybody that actually thinks that Better Call Saul is a better show? Because like I said, if you're really into comedy, I could see that. If you like lighter stuff and Breaking Bad kind of maybe freaks you out because it's so dark or it's so crazy, write your comments below. I want to see what you guys think. Also, if you're new to the channel and you want to subscribe, you can subscribe at the bottom left, and you can share through. If you have a Facebook and you want to share through Facebook, I do appreciate that as well. If you guys wouldn't mind doing that, I appreciate it. And that's it it for this one, guys. If you have other Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul video suggestions, send them to me. I'm not opposed to doing throwbacks or anything like that because I do feel like Breaking Bad is one of the best television. Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, it's like one of the best television universes that I've seen ever created. Yeah, I could say that. So that's it for this video. I'll see you guys again real soon. As always, this is Trev. I'm saying peace. See you guys.